Hello guys, welcome to Style with Helisa. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make a collarless and sleeveless crop shirt. So we'll be using this my cord lace. You can use your Ankara fabric if you have that. So we have my scissors, my tape roll, we have a chalk, and then the bias for taping of the neck and the armhole. So let's get straight into cutting. To note, this material is less than a yard, so we are making this bit less than a yard. So the first thing you're going to do is to fold our fabric into four. So I first of all folded it into two because I'm cutting it together, the front and the back I'm cutting together. So I faced the fabric, faced the right side to the right side, and then I ensure that the edges is kissing each other, so that will serve as the button side. So then I go ahead by chalking out the button side first. So chalking out the button side is like 1.5 inches. After marking the 1.5 inches, I went ahead to connect the lines together. The length of this material is 16 inches and it is okay by me, and moreover it is having this edge, this etiage, and I really love it because it is perfect for how the outcome will look like. So the next thing, after measuring the length, I went ahead by putting in that 1.5 inches that I measured for the button hole and the button flap rather. So after folding it inward, so I then went ahead by folding it into four. Don't forget, we are cutting it back and the front side, we are cutting it together. So my shoulder measurement is 16 divided by 2, that is 8 inches. So I'm marking 8 inches here, although before I wanted to use like 9 inches, so I later saw it didn't work, that is not working. So the next thing is to measure my armhole depth, and then from there I marked it, connected the lines together. So then I extended the armhole measurement, the line, extended it. So from there you measure your bust measurement. So your bust measurement, my bust measurement is 38. So 38 divided by 4, that will be 9.5, which is 9.5. So I'm marking that out, and also the remaining allowance that is left is just 1 inch. So I decided to manage the 1 inch, so because it needs to have this firmness, just little firmness by the bust, and then having a free side by the waist. So the waist I'm using is 30 inches, so divided by 4, that will be 7.5 as well. So I marked that out, and I decided to use like 3 inches allowance for the waistline, on the waistline. So I connected that together, like so. Going back to the shoulder line, I came down by 0.5 inch on the shoulder line for the shoulder slope, and then I divided the armhole length by 2 inches. So I decided to use 4 for it, and then go inward by 0.5 inch, then connect the lines together from the armhole extension, as you can see me doing. So from the folding, I went ahead to take my neck measurement. So I've been using the neck width of 3.5 inches, the normal one we use, and then for the neck depth, I decided to use 1 inches for the neckline, for the back neckline. So I connected it together. Don't forget that you are doing this on the button flap, so we are doing it exactly on it. So to do the front neckline, so 3.5 inches for the neck width, and then I went ahead to use like 2 inches. So I want it covering the collarbone, so I don't want it exposing the collarbone. So you can decide to use 3 inches or like 3.5 inches as well, depending on how you would like it. So I curved it and connected the lines together. So separating it, this is how it looks like. This is the finishing point of after cutting it. Like this is how it's looking like, the front and the back side. So I went ahead to trim out the rough edges from the Collarless, just to make it perfect and not giving room for any excesses. So I went ahead by opening my back piece up, and then it's the right side is facing up while the wrong side is facing the down. So, and then I placed my part of my front piece, since we have 2 of it, facing the right side of the back piece. So right side facing right side, I arranged it properly the way I'm going to sew it. So this is how it looks like. And then the next thing we'll be doing is to join the shoulder line together. I'll also be joining the side and also taking in the folded part of where the button will sit and the buttonhole. Then I'll bring it back and show you guys. So this is the after look of joining the shoulder line and the side, and also folding in the button side. So I've gone ahead to fold that in, no excess, no edges. Done that to both sides, and I've pressed it to make it look smooth and neat. So the next thing to do now is to use our bias tape to tape the armhole round, and also to tape the neckline round, and then bring it back to show you guys. So guys, this is the after look of all our sewing. I've also gone ahead to make the buttonhole and fix the button as well. So in our next class, I'll be showing you guys how to perfectly make a buttonhole with your normal sewing machine without stress. So this is it, guys. This is how it looks. This is the final look. I hope you enjoy this class and you learn 1 or 2. So also try this out in your comfort zone and ensure to make it your practical for this week. Thank you for staying to the end of this tutorial. See you in our next class. Bye.